So Congressman, President Trump and his administration say they're optimistic about negotiations with Iran and Pakistan this weekend. But this, of course, is the Iranian terror regime that we're supposed to be making some kind of deal with. They've been lying for 47 years. They've been lying about just the terms of the ceasefire over the course of the last 48 hours. So do you think that a ceasefire can last, or that a deal can be reached with the remaining Iran leaders in charge?
I think if they want to remain alive, that they should probably start negotiating. You know, Hezbollah has been their muscle around the globe for terrorist activity. You know, there's a lot of international players involved in this. People buying their oil, of course, are funding this terrorism. That apparatus, Trump can knock it out pretty quick, and they know it. And he's not fooling around. I don't think I would jerk this president around too much. He's not like other leaders we've had who put a mark in the sand and people just run over the top of it. He's not going to play that game, and frankly, America isn't either.
Well, speaking of America, let's talk about the domestic impact of the fight to remove the Iranian threat. I want to play a clip from you, a video you posted while pumping your gas yesterday about rising fuel costs, and get your reaction on the other side.
We buy 0% of our oil from Iran. Also, that little quart of oil that they sell in here, guess what? It doesn't go up like gasoline does at the pump. It's a complete and total ripoff, and they know it, and Washington allows it because they're bought and paid for by big oil.
So what do you mean by bought and paid for by big oil, and what's the solution to that problem that you called out?
Well, it's not a free market, and thank you for letting me talk about that. They are bought and paid for by political contributions on both sides of the aisle. You know, we brought in the leaders of these oil companies in the past, and they schmooze us, and you know, they shake the money tree, and then they leave town, and they get their subsidies, and they get their everything that they need. And, you know, and I know people are going to say, Burchett, you just don't understand commodities. Well, I understand a commodity, but I also understand something that subsidizes what we do with the American oil industry. They're given incredible tax credits and things like that. And I realize they're a corporation, and a corporation is made up of shareholders just like you and me. But when you have these fat cat CEOs come in and they do that, and they do that to the politicians, and they make generous contributions to them, and it's all legal, it's all out there for the public viewing. But don't tell me this is a pure commodity, and don't tell me this is pure capitalism, because pure capitalism, you go out there and you sell your product, and if it doesn't work, you go out of business, but not with oil.
Are you accusing them of price gouging?
100%. 100%, ma'am. That oil in the ground, it's been in those pumps or in the processing months before any battle was going on. That oil that you buy, and they say, oh, it's about the price of oil. You don't understand the price of oil. Then why doesn't that quart of oil go up at the, you know, that you, down here at the hardware store that you buy for your automobile or your lawnmower? It doesn't go up. It goes up, but not like gasoline does at the pump. And also, diesel fuel, ma'am, is the first cut. Well, the first cut's probably kerosene they take off, and then diesel, and then they refine it further for gasoline. But yet, diesel's the most expensive. I've got a Dodge Dually pickup truck where I guess it's my 18-year-old daughter's. But when I filled that thing up, I told somebody, I said I was either going to send her to school for a year, buy a cup of coffee, or fill up my dadgum tank, because they all cost a heck of too much more than they should. And they're ripping us off because they've literally got us over a barrel, ma'am. Every time any new innovation comes along, that costs a little bit more than what it costs at the pumps. Miraculously, gas drops down below it, and that is not profitable anymore.
Well, when you got a dually as well, we know that you have to spend twice as much with tires. So you got a lot of costs when it comes to that vehicle, but it's a very helpful one in certain circumstances. I want to go to another topic that you're passionate about, UFOs. Last week we covered an alarming number of high-level U.S. scientists with connections to NASA who've disappeared or turned up dead with no explanation. You said this week that you've learned in briefings on the topic, what you've learned about the topic would keep Americans up at night. Is Congress considering an investigation, open hearings into the disappearance and death of these individuals?
Probably not. Probably not. That thing that just ran by you was a glacier. I always tell that about Congress because Congress moves slower than a glacier. By the time we do that, they'll be moved on to some other bright, shiny object. But we do need to discuss this. There's credible proof that there's something else is going on, and the military and all these alphabet agencies, they'll publicly say one day they don't exist. This is all baloney. But then they're spending tens of millions, maybe billions of your dollars researching this. It's not about little green men or flying saucers, ma'am. And you as a member of the media, it shouldn't be. It should be about what are we spending this money on? Why is there not transparency? Where is this money going? And that should be the discussion. And I've talked to the president. He's going to have to ask some tough questions of these agencies. And why am I in a meeting with somebody who tells me the president is on a need-to-know basis? That's a very chilling statement to make, that someone has that much power, an unelected bureaucrat. Sometimes it's some little punk with a man bun who's got a smart aleck attitude, and you're sitting there with military professionals, and you can just read them that they are disgusted with this little punk that has authority over them. And that should be something you should be discussing. But the money is going into something. Quit telling me they don't exist. If they don't exist, then dadgummit, quit looking for them.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.